Doc Brown aus Zurück in die Zukunft. Burley Coast. Der Justice Killer, ätheristische Lampen.
You mentioned something about etheric lamps?
Yes! Weren't you paying attention to our demonstration? You have just witnessed history!
History.
What I witnessed was a blinding flash of light.
Exactly! That flash was the result of years of painstaking research and experimentation. It means that not only does ethericity exist, but it can be used as a source of illumination. If these experiments continue to be successful, as I suspect they will, we'll have etheric street lamps before the end of the decade! Imagine lamps that burn twice as bright, 4 times as long. Oh, this will change
die doppelt so hell sind
everything.
und das 4-mal so lang. Ah, ja, stimmt, das ist okay, wird alles verändern.
And
Ja.
if it's like anything else we've seen, it'll put a lot of people out of work, too.
Ja, aber man braucht dann wieder Leute, die Sachen produzieren. Also das lagert sich halt alles um. Das ist auch deswegen mit Elektroautos heutzutage. Ja, da verschwindet so langsam dann Industriezweig. Im Gegenzug baut sich einfach ein anderer auf. Das ist halt ein Umlagerungsprozess und das wird immer so sein. Früher waren es die Kutscher, wo dann sagten, die Autos machen unsere Arbeitsplätze kaputt. Lauter so eine Sache, ey, die Scheiße wiederholt sich, Leute. Denkt mal nach, schaut mal in die Vergangenheit, wie das war. Früher sind Pferde und Kutsche gefahren, dann haben die Pferde aufgezogen, die Kutschpferde hier züchtet und so ein Shit gesagt, die machen die Arbeit kaputt. Es lagert sich halt einfach alles um. Da muss man, oh Gott, ich muss einen neuen Beruf lernen, ich muss mich weiterbilden, ja, meine Fresse, wow. Also wer das heutzutage nicht will, ja, nämlich der Schauspiel vergrabt dich am besten, echt. Über ihn selbst erstmal.
What is it you do here exactly?
Auf jeden Fall auf den Steckdose lang, so wie die Frisur aussieht.
Oh, several things. This is the main hub of the city's Department of Illumination. It's really just a grandiose way of saying that this is where all affairs related to street lamps and public lighting are taken care of. But, in addition to sending out lamplighters or mechanics to repair damaged lamps, we also do research into new methods of illumination. That's what my personal specialization is. I help develop and test more efficient ways of lighting our streets.
Okay.
I guess you could consider me a modern-day Prometheus. Yes.
More like an everyday pretentious.
Burley Coast.
You worked with a man named Burley Cause, is that right?
Yep.
Yes, I heard he was killed. Such a senseless tragedy. It's a shame he missed out on our demonstration. He was really interested in etheric technology.
Wasn't he concerned about losing his job to these technological advances?
He had no reason to. It's been made clear to all the workers that there will always be a place for us, even if our jobs are made obsolete. Unlike some other places, we take care of our own here at the Lamplight Depot.
How noble. But I'm pretty sure he's full of more hot air than the HMS Lenore.
Nee, es ist einfach so. Es wird umdisponiert. Dann brauchst du halt nicht mehr so viele Leute, die jetzt Bloils und andere Motorsachen herstellen. Okay, der Ölzweig wird natürlich dann echt kritisch, weil der wird der wird abbrechen bei uns, wenn die Elektroautos immer weiter voranschreiten, ne? Im Gegenzug brauchst du halt auch, es muss halt umdisponiert werden, ganz einfach. PS, in den Alpen hat man extrem viel Lithiumvorkommen gefunden, nur mal so am Rande. Reicht für 13 Millionen Elektroautos. Also für die Akkus, ne? Möchte ich nur erwähnt haben. Braucht man nicht unbedingt im Afrika auspumpen jetzt gerade, aber hey, BMW meint ja auch, sagt unseren Zulieferern. Privatleben von Burley Coast.
Is there anything you know about Mr. Cause's personal life that might be relevant?
I know he was married, but I don't believe he had any children. Oh, and he used to talk about his love for fishing.
Could you give me his home address? Perhaps his wife will be willing to speak with me.
Yes, certainly. He lived at 820 Orchard Avenue, apartment 2A.
Thank you for the information.
Gut, dankeschön. Gehen wir dann gleich mal vorbei. Mord an der Burley Coast.
Do you know any details about Mr. Cause's murder?
Unfortunately, I don't. The police were here asking questions, but they didn't give me many details.
Do you know of anyone who might have wanted him dead?
Not at all. Burley was very friendly, always treated everyone around here with respect. You know, it's sad to think that for all our leaps forward, we're still really just a bunch of savages.
Macht ja nichts raus, erinnert sich nur 140 Jahre von der Rechnung her auch nicht. Der Justice Killer.
Are you familiar with the Justice Killer?
I've read about it in the newspaper. A horrible business. It makes me wish we could install more street lamps to keep this city safer at night. Someday, I hope to realize that dream. Then we'll really deserve to be called Lamplight City.
You think brighter streets will stop serial murderers?
It's well known that crime rates are lower in Lyon and Worcester, and they have many more street lamps per square mile.
I'm sure it has absolutely nothing to do with the amount of wealth in those areas. Has to be all about the lighting.
Thank you. Your cooperation is much appreciated.
Happy to help.
Gut, wir gehen nochmal raus. So, da wohnt er. Das ist Polizeirevier. Wenn wir im Stadtteil sind, gehen wir ins Polizeirevier, ob wir das machen können.
Fordham, how goes the investigation?
I'm making some headway.
Is that right? I certainly hope so for your sake.
Ah ja, Schrank.
The rumor was always that the chief kept a bottle of something in a secret compartment in this cabinet. In Snelling's case, it's probably just water. Every book and file in there is organized to perfection. I'll bet Snelling gets flustered if anything is even a millimeter out of place. You should bump into the side when he's not looking. Every book and you should...
Ich habe das Gefühl, dass... Der kommt mit einer Kirsche rüber.
Chief Jacobs. Now there was a leader.
Ist nur Schrank. Können wir mit dem reden?
Chief Snelling?
Yes, Fordham?
What information do you have on the Justice Killer?
Clearly not as much as you.
I see how this is gonna go.
Well, what do you have?
A list of 5 victims, some information on each of them, and no clear idea what connects them. Until your discovery of the lily at each scene, that was where we stood. While I doubt this discovery will do much to aid in tracking him down, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Percival McDonough.
Do you know anything about Percival McDonough?
He's a member of parliament. I believe his constituency is somewhere in central Kingsland. From the reports I've gotten, McDonough led a rather unassuming life for a politician. He is, however, the first victim who didn't live in Chumley. Either there's a link we've missed, or the killer is changing his method. Then again, since you seem so confident in your abilities to resolve this matter, I
Count on it.
Oh, sorry. Vorige Opfer.
What do you know about the Justice Killer's previous victims?
only what's in their files. All working men from Chumley. That's the only link.
You didn't look further into their personal lives? Maybe they had some social connection.
As I said, the detectives found nothing. You seem to think you can do better, so I'll leave it up to you.
Gott, das seid ihr noch für Pfuscher, ohne Witz.
You have to wonder how much more thorough the department's investigations would have been if the 4 men were all rich like McDonough.
Polizeirevier.
So I see the department is still running like a well-oiled machine.
It is, in fact. But I'm sure Upton has kept you well informed of our activities. Incidentally, the woman accused in the Harris kidnapping is set to testify in court today.
Linda Walkers Prozess.
Linda Walker's trial is today? That was fast.
Indeed. Sometimes the wheels of justice grind slowly. Sometimes they spin out of control. She'll be taking the stand within the hour. If you care to hear her for yourself, best get going soon.
Ah ja.
Listen, about Leger's death.
I don't want to hear it, Fordham. What happened, happened. Nothing you can say is going to change my opinion on the matter.
And if I manage to find the man responsible?
The man responsible is standing before me.
Du bist ein Hurensohn.
Even if you manage to find the culprit you let escape, It isn't going to bring the GER back from the dead.
But it will bring closure to the matter.
If that thought is what allows you to sleep at night, then so be it.
What makes him think you sleep at night?
Über ihn selbst.
Enjoying your new position, Snelling?
Reaping the rewards for years of hard work and dedicated service. A gratifying feeling you'll never be able to experience.
Oh, I get my gratification in other ways.
I'm sure you do, and I'd honestly rather not know about them.
I need to get back to my investigation.
Yes, time is not on your side.
Mir kommt der Typ immer noch... Irgendwas stimmt mit dem nicht. Scheiße-Skiller finden, Parlamentsgebäude untersuchen, mehr zu Reggie Williams, Bradley, herausfinden, Wohnung von Coase untersuchen, Linda Walkers Prozess beiwohnen. Ja, das werden wir tun. Ja. Wir gehen noch zum zentralen Lager zurück. Die ganze Brückenbaustelle. Was haben wir hier? Schild?
Safe for only 25 men at once. I used to draw the line at 2.
Lampen. Brücke.
They seem to be making pretty decent progress.
Ja, geht so.
I wonder if it would be any fun to tie yourself to that thing and go for a few spins.
Schild. Nö, nix. Bauarbeiter.
Excuse me.
Hey, what are you doing here? This is a construction area.
I'm Miles Fordham, a private investigator.
Fordham? You the same man who got Laura Dupre arrested?
Yep.
Yes, that's right.
Ah, good to meet you. I'm Gerard. My sister Amelie used to work as her cook. Would tell me stories about how horrible Dupre was. Good to see some justice done for a change.
Glad to be of service. And good to meet you as well, Gerard.
So you say you looking into a murder? You talking about Bowditch?
Yes, that's right. I had a few questions for you, if you don't mind.
Nah, should be okay to talk for a few minutes.
Emily?
How's your sister doing?
Good. She still works for the Dupre family, but with that monster Laura gone, she's much happier. She tells me the family is acting like the madame never existed, and the husband raised Amelie's pay too.
Oh, sehr schön.
That does sound like an improvement.
It's just a shame 2 others had to die for it.
Ja, leider. Über ihn selbst?
You normally work in construction?
Mostly. Sometimes I be doing other jobs here and there. But I'm lucky to have gotten this job. I think it will keep me in work for a long time. Which is good, because I have 3 mouths to feed at home.
Be sure to watch yourself then. I hear these types of jobs can be dangerous.
Oh, believe me, I know. One slip up and bam! That's the end of you. But I always watch myself.
Okay. Anyways, Bowditch.
You worked with Ennis Bowditch, right? What can you tell me about him?
Ennis was fun to talk to, always telling stories. Pretty sure most of them were made up. But it made time go by faster while we worked, and he made me laugh. We weren't really friends, but it's duller without him around, you know?
Uh-huh.
Do you know what Bowditch did on his off time?
Not really. I only saw him on the job. But I know he was seeing a woman. I forget what he said her name was, though.
Did he mention anything else about her?
Oh, sure, but I don't think they're the type of thing that would help you, if you get my meaning.
Okay, ja, nee, die Infos brauchen wir jetzt nicht.
Right. Anything of a non-personal nature that might help me find her?
Yes, he mentioned she worked as the serving girl at the ruined coffee house.
Ah, kennen wir doch.
I see. Thanks.
Das Ruined Coffee House, wo wir uns eigentlich Abnehmer getroffen haben. Bowditch's Murderer.
Do you know any details concerning Bowditch's murder?
I only found out when the boss man told us.
Can you think of anyone who might have wanted him dead?
Well, everyone here liked him. I don't think he owed no one money or nothing like that. But maybe someone at his other job wasn't so friendly with him. Who knows?
Other job?
Ennis also worked at the docks as a longshoreman.
Well, that would have been handy to know sooner. Better late than never, I guess.
Justice Killer.
Are you familiar with the Justice Killer?
Justice Killer? No, I don't know anything about that. Who is he?
A serial murderer. He's the one who killed Ennis Bodic.
And you trying to find him?
Ja, wir sind gerade nicht dabei. So, am Rande, passiv.
That's the plan.
Well then, I wish you luck. Ennis didn't deserve to die the way he did. I hope that murdering bastard gets what he deserves.
Brücke.
So, the Gascogne-Chumley Bridge is finally being worked on.
That's right. The project started up again shortly after the election. That Leroy, he's not wasting any time. Maybe a good thing for this city and for the country.
Indeed. I think it will be. How long before the bridge is complete, do you think?
They say it will take 5 years, but who knows?
Ja, da kommt immer was dazwischen bei sowas.
As long as the work is steady, you won't find me complaining.
Thank you, Gerard. I appreciate the information.
Not a problem, boss.
Gerne, 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 mein Sohn. Gerne. So, wir sind gerade am Hafen hier. Gehen wir kurz ins Coffeehouse. Der Gast pennt immer noch. Bild.
A young woman holding a guitar. Completely the wrong way, I might add.
Die neue Bilder.
Self-Portrait as a Desperate Man by B. Calvin.
Ja, aber sonst haben wir da alles eigentlich. Ah, Bedienung. Lady.
Begging your pardon, miss.
How can I help you, sir?
Ah, hübsches Kind.
I understand you were involved with Ennis Bodic.
Was involved, yes. I haven't spoken to him in nearly 2 months.
Die weiß immer, dass er tot ist.
Oh, were you not aware of his death then?
What? Ennis is dead?
Ja, nee, weißt du, ist mit anderen durchbrannt oder was? Meine Fresse.
Well, this is awkward.
Yep.
Indeed. I'm sorry to have to be the bearer of bad news.
How did it happen?
I'm afraid he was murdered.
Murdered? By who? And why?
Wüsste ich auch gern.
Those are exactly the questions I'm trying to answer myself.
Oh, I see. Are you a detective?
A private investigator, yes.
Well, I'll answer what I can. If it helps any, that is.
I'm certain it will.
Beziehung zu ihm.
What was your relationship with Mr. Bodic like?
Oh, well, it was nice at first. He was a proper gentleman-like. But then something changed.
Oh?
It's like I told Ruby. I think he might have got hit on the head at work because he seemed to be a completely different person.
Okay.
He'd get angry for no reason. He even... Well, that bit's not important.
Doch, hat dich geschlagen oder was?
At first, I thought he was just going through some rough times, but after a while I realized he'd changed for the worse.
Okay.
So, I broke things off. He wasn't too happy about it, but I wasn't going to stick with a man like that.
Robbie, wer ist das?
Could you tell me more about this Ruby you mentioned?
Ruby? Oh, I've known her since we were little. She's my dearest friend.
Ah, okay.
There's not a secret between us. She was a great help when I kicked Dennis to the curb. I'm lucky to know her. Everyone should have someone like Ruby in their life.